So today we have a gold support main who's playing Lucio and Anna named SlicedRice. This is what they said. I've been playing a lot of Anna lately and would love to improve. They had a game, this one, that I felt like I performed well in, was held back by a teammate who was having a bad game. Obviously, I didn't have a perfect game by any means, but I'm picking this video in specific because I want to figure out what I could have done to win the game and help the team the most. Cool, so we know they start as Lucio and then go to Anna. Let's review the team comp. So for starters, your team is sort of dive, sort of spam, right? So your Doomfist is a dive tank, and you have an Ashe and a Junkrat who are kind of like spam poke type heroes, right? Not divey at all. And then you have a Mercy who is a pretty good choice here, right? Doomfist doesn't require a ton of healing, and the Mercy can pocket the the Junkrat or the Ashe to be able to boost their damage and get to one shots. And then you can kind of just like support and help peel against the dive. So not the worst comp by any means. The Doomfist is definitely going to struggle a little bit to get healing, but for the most part, totally fine. So let's play this out and see what happens.
Attackers incoming.
Game starts, you play default. This is pretty normal, right? You're looking, okay, what's going on here? So for starters, I wouldn't be running speed just because you're not really going to need it. No one's going to be trying to go anywhere. I'd probably just run heal by default. It's just a minor thing, but you can immediately start healing people when they get poked. Like right now. Alright, so you're at 100 right now. You should be running heal because speed's not really helping you, and healing would give you health. Alright, so your Doomfist just fed. There's basically nothing you can do about that. He just went in, got messed up his cooldown abilities. I don't know exactly what happened here, but he's just dead. This is really unfortunate because you basically lost the fight already. Your Ashe has for some reason dropped down, so I would probably drop down right now and try to save the Ashe, right? Go down. Use speed, use amp, get the Ashe out of there to at least try to stall a little longer, right? Get back to point, and then play for 4 and 5 until your Doomfist comes back. What are you gonna do instead? You're just hanging out up here. Yeah, I mean this is really unfortunate because you're not adding any value. Nobody's even injured up here. There's nothing's really happening. You're just kind of chilling. And I understand it's frustrating, like when your team gets picked, but there are things that you can do to try to improve your outcomes here, right? People getting picked happens. So D.Va comes up here, you are not attempting to shoot D.Va or boop her or do anything, despite the fact that D.Va is probably going to try to kill your Ashe, right? Or your Junkrat, rather, because your Ashe is already dead. Yep, so your D.Va is just going to kill your Junkrat here, and you don't help your Junkrat at all. That's really confusing, because you were in the right position, right? After the D.Va finishes boost right here, you can bump her backwards, and then use heal, use amp, use speed. There's a lot of options you have here to try to save your Junkrat. Just walking backwards is not one of them. Sorry about that. Okay, so now your Mercy dies right after that, so now you are 1 on 5. There's no point for you to even be here. You might as well just go back to spawn basically and kind of meet up with the rest of your team. Alright, you have speed, you're not amping right now, you're not wall riding, you're just kind of walking like a frog the whole time. I mean, yeah, your teammates got picked, but you did literally nothing in this fight. So, I mean, you technically died last, but you didn't add any value there whatsoever. Alright, you decide, hey, Lucio's not the right pick, so you're gonna go and you're gonna start healing this Doom. I think Anna's also fine here. I don't think Lucio was necessarily the wrong choice, but I think Anna's also fine here. Also, your Mercy has swapped to Moira, so you actually have plenty healing now. So if anything, it actually would have been even better to maintain the Lucio to be able to have something to, have a defensive ulti and be able to peel. Because now neither you nor the Moira can peel. Okay. It goes up the front window, spamming your Junkrat. You're just kind of hanging out here. You've missed your Junkrat like multiple times. Your Junkrat is still low right now, and did you actually manage to kill him? Oh yeah, you did. I can hear it now. Okay, so you hear your Junkrat, great. So you're just kind of looking here, looking for picks, looking to help your team. It's reasonable. I don't think the sleep is valuable in any particular way. I think, like, yes, it allows your Junkrat to get a little more damage in, but you're not going to demech her at that high health. And also, you don't have sleep now for the next 15 seconds to be able to make any plays with, right, or to defend yourself. I think definitely, yeah, heal the Doom here. Dropping is a mistake. Just scope there and heal your Doom. Right now you're on low ground, which makes you vulnerable. You see you just ate some shots from the Zen who just died. You're vulnerable to the Bastion and the Moira here. So ideally, probably one dart into the Moira, and then you try to kill the Bastion, right? The Bastion's gonna die like pretty much immediately. 2 darts here easily kills her. You're not really doing any of the things right, to be honest. Right? It's like, okay, your Doom's low, you drop down, you grenade him. I would say that if, as Anna, if you're grenading your teammates frequently, then you are probably going to lose the game. Grenade is a far better offensive ability than it is defensive, right? Because like, defensively, all it does is give you, a small burst of healing and then, doubles the healing that they take. But preventing the other team from healing their tanks, DPS, whatever supports is incredibly powerful and almost always leads to them dying if you do it at the right time. So throwing a grenade at the right time is basically getting a pick. So, for example, right here, you throw a grenade, you splash both of these two, and then they're like virtually dead. Anyway, so right here, again, you got to heal your Moira. Your Moira's being targeted by the D.Va. You're not really attempting to target your Moira. You're not attempting to target the people who are low in the back. Right? You kind of missed your Moira here. I don't know if that was intentional, like if you're trying to shoot the D.Va or not, but the D.Va is now trying to dive to kill your Moira. Your Moira doesn't have Fade right now, keep in mind. Okay, you throw a grenade, but like, your D.Va's almost dead already. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, this D.Va's about to lose back like instantly right here. Like, technically you help secure this, but I don't think that was a great use of grenade, right? I'd rather try to get a juicy one on the team itself when they get to go in. Okay, Echo's here. Great. So you hide behind cover, sort of. Well, you did hide behind cover. Now you're walking back into the open road, despite the fact that your goal here should be kill the Echo. Also, you should stop trying to projectile shoot her, like unscope her. You should just kill her with the scope, right? Very easy kill right there that you didn't land any hits on her at any point in time. See, that's actually like a good nade attempt. Like, if you land the grenade here on the Bastion, one more shot and the Bastion dies. But you don't land the nade, and the Bastion's killing your Moira, and you could sleep the Bastion here to heal, to save your Moira, or you could just shoot the Bastion. Okay, great. You hit that. At this point, I'm shooting one of these three, frankly, but probably the Doom first, right, to try to heal him, because he's doing damage block right now, so he's taking 90% less damage, or even one dart can keep him alive, and then try to kill, the Bastion probably right after that. Alright, Doom dies, right? For the record, the Doom, I don't think has gotten any healing from you, or from either of your supports this whole time. Right. Okay, you give him one heal, then you missed, you reload right there. How much ammo do you have? Right, you throw the grenade, you have 11 shots right now, and you reload while this is happening. Again, 2 shots into the Bastion kills him, right? 24, 60, 80, 100, 150, technically 3 shots, but with the Moira, like right-click him even a little bit, it's gonna be 2 shots to kill him. Or, like, healing the Moira, right? Or healing the Doom. There's, like, so many things you could be doing right now, and you're not doing any of them. So, Moira dies here because she never really got enough healing. She had the Fade to get out, which made her vulnerable. Your Doomfist dies because he never got any healing either. You're going to die here. You're trying to stay alive, which is a huge mistake because you're staggering, right? 2 of your teammates, or 3 of your teammates just died right then. Just die with them, right? Spawn all together and then come out as 5. Trying to stay alive just makes you out of sync with your team, and then they'll push without you, and then they'll die, and then you'll be like, this is really frustrating. But you're also part of the problem by staggering. Okay, your Doomfist just died, so that was basically no reason. Nothing you can do about that. Kill the Bastion. Kill the Bastion. No. I mean, you could see him, right? I hope you have enemy health bars on as well, because you can easily see that the Bastion, who is a giant target sitting on top of the cart, is 1 hit away from death. 1 dart here kills him, right? Look, your Moira gets him down to like 15 health. Like, this Bastion is literally going to die in 1 tap from any. He's 13 health. Like, you easily get this pick right here. And then you can kill the Moira, who also is at 1 health. Right? Instead, you just sleep the cart, which is not a good play, right? Your Moira is actually making a good play here, right? She's like, oh, wait, we have abilities. Like, I don't want to save them for the next fight. I really just want to try to stall this out, and potentially it's winnable, because especially she can see 2 of them are low. You should be stepping forward now, right? This is a big grenade opportunity, right? You throw a grenade to the right, you splash 3, right? Especially you've been helping from the beginning, you can get this kill, you can turn this around. I think you and the Moira alone could have won this fight, right? Because the D.Va goes off to the left to go chase your DPS, right? You and the Moira alone could have won this fight right there. But, like, you're not hitting any of these darts. Right? That's, I mean, yeah, it's tough, because you're not really helping your team out here in any way. Alright, you hit the Moira once. Again, you know your Doomfist is not low, right? You just saw him cross your screen. He's not low. The Moira is out of position here. Hit her once, try to go for 2 more darts, right? Sometimes she makes a mistake and maybe you get a kill, right? The Doomfist is just missing like 70 health. That's not a big deal. Okay, you have Nano in a few seconds. You want to get to a new position because you're not in a good one right now. Ideally, you want to get an early contest here to give yourself as much time as possible to survive. Doomfist Bastion uses ulti, which is terrible. You're shooting your Doomfist who's at full health right now. Again, I really hope you have allied health bars on. Okay, you shoot the Doom. Okay, so you throw a grenade in. You got to heal your Moira right after this, though. Right? Nade is okay. I think you only hit the D.Va because you're kind of late in the time of this, right? If you splash all these guys, they probably all die here. Right. Again, great opportunity to kill the Bastion. Recognize that. Great. Good. You killed him. Right. You're shooting the Doom. You know something's to the left. Alright, good. So you finally got one team fight. You can heal this Ashe back there. Right? Leaving people like not topped off is really dangerous because it increases the chance that they can be instantly killed by something. Right? You can see the Ashe right here missing 30 health, right? Just heal her. Okay, so where's your how's your nano? Okay, we're advancing. You have nano ready again right now. What do you do with this nano? Really hope you don't forget this. Okay, so you have your nano right now. Kind of hanging out. This is like a bad position to be standing in, honestly. I would probably play like back left, for example, behind the other two characters, because like you don't want to be the leading edge of the attack at all, right? You know, there's no reason to be playing here. Okay, cool. They're diving in. Great. Okay, so you try to go. So first of all, you know should get distracted by this echo, right? Because you're all the way at the front, so you're a very easy target for the echo, which is a mistake. Second, you go for this grenade, which is like a really hard angle to hit, and also like the Sojourner is behind 3 of your teammates. I'm gonna assume the Sojourner's gonna die here regardless, because the Sojourner's way out of position. But I don't throw a grenade here, right? I might shoot her once, but I don't throw a grenade here. Right? Now you're like, oh shoot, the Echo's bothering me. Now I'm out of position. I'm not healing anybody. I'm not doing any damage. This is a massively juicy grenade target, right? There's 4 people all clustered together right here? You could grenade this, and that would be fight winning right here, right? Like, just these 3 right here, fight winning if you grenade this right now. But you don't because you threw your grenade at the Sojourner, which was not a good call. Again, you're not healing your Doom, and you're not doing damage. You can 1-tap the Zen right here. You can 2-tap the Moira. You were trying to fight the Sojourner, who is the thinnest, smallest character and of these characters, and has the most health. Right? You're missing every dart. You miss a sleep. There's not even anybody on your screen when you throw this sleep. I mean, this is just kind of tough to watch, right? Because you're saying, oh, you know, what could I have done to win the game? Do something, to be perfectly blunt, right? Like, miss, sleep. There's nobody there. Like, there's just a wall. Right? Miss. Right? Like, if we don't have spectate overlay, right? If we don't see that Moira isn't actually there. The Moira is behind the wall. Like, you have literally nothing on your screen right now when you throw the sleep dart. Cool. Now you go back and you're like, oh, we're down 3 people, and like maybe at some level you're thinking, oh, this is like my team's fault for dying. No, I mean it's your fault for not healing them or having any impact on the fight. Like as a tank here, I would expect to get healing from you at some point in time. I would expect to see an anti-grenade get thrown, right? I would expect maybe a sleep to get hit, but having none of those things happen is just throwing the game. Like you're literally just throwing by just standing out here on the side doing nothing. So now you're in a really bad position because you're down 3. Again, the Zen is still killable right here, right? They're both still killable right now, right? Now the Moira has 30 health. Like, you just shoot the Moira once here, and yeah, you miss everything, right? You finally hit them with a grenade, but like nobody can follow up on that, so they're just gonna regen. You try to stay alive here, but you die. Now you're extra staggered because you're dead, but your Doom has just spawned, right? Your Doom's coming out of spawn right now, and you just died. So you are the one who is staggered and out of sync with your team. Now, because your Doom is probably not going to do a good job, he's probably going to go in right now and then die, right? Because actually you're doing smart, right? He waits for you and comes back. This is great, right? So basically he's covering up your mistake for staggering. All right, see, that's a good heal. Right? Okay, you're keeping your Ashe up. That's right call. Right? Again, okay, I think sleep is reasonable. Like, you don't hit it, but that's okay. Like, this stuff is fine, honestly. from my perspective, because you're making the right decision. You're like, okay, the Echo Doomfist is a problem. He's going to run over my team. I can't really out-heal all the damage he's going to do. I try to sleep him. You didn't hit it. That's okay. But you made the right decision, and that's really, really important there, right? Making the right call, regardless of the outcome, as long as you're making the right decision, it is what it is. You're never going to be perfect on sleeps. You're never going to be perfect on your darts, but at least you tried to do the right thing. Now, at this point, you have 2 critically injured heroes, right? You throw a grenade in. I think that's a good grenade, right? You splash one on the enemy, and you hit one of your teammates. Perfect, right? I think I pop one more heal on Ashe here, and one heal on the Moira, and see if I can kill their Moira. Okay, so now you're overly focusing on killing the Moira, which is okay. I mean, again, I would prioritize healing teammates first, but that's fine. Okay, again, you're reloading right here, right? Okay, you actually run out of ammo, so this is fair, right? So you're good, right? Now you're trying to keep your Moira alive. You hit a dart, right? What's going on over here? Oh, the Doomfist is still here. Is he gonna miss you? Yeah, he missed you. Great. You keep the Echo alive, right? Dodge the Doom. I think you're still fine. Okay, now there's Echo. She's gonna use her stickies, right? Pretty common that every Echo, when they come out of Ultimate, uses their stickies, because their stickies are gonna be off cooldown because they've been in Echo form so long. You have to make sure to not get one shot by this. She's gonna try to sticky you and then laser you, right? If you take enough damage. Granted, she died here. Great. So you can grenade to keep yourself alive, right? Or have the Moira heal you, or hopefully nobody attacks you and you can shoot your jet past them. This is a bad grenade. Like, what are you aiming at here? I think you're aiming at the Baby D.Va, right? Walking back. But, like, Baby D.Va is not a threat here, right? If anything, you want to kill the Zen. Baby D.Va is not a threat here, right? Also, you jump right before you throw, so you're way off base. Your Moira is now getting shot down and killed by Baby D.Va plus Zen. You're not healing your Moira at all. She's forced to try to, like, crouch spam to try to not die here. You're honestly pretty lucky that she didn't die. That sleep is just into the ground. Right? Nobody on the screen here. You start to sleep, still nobody on the screen until the very end of that. It was virtually impossible for you to hit that sleep. Okay, kill the soldier. Okay, this is the right call, right? Your Doom's not really in a lot of trouble. Try to kill the soldier first, then heal. Okay, now you sit on the cart. Are you doing anything valuable here? Not really, but I mean, it's also kind of tricky. I would think, like, okay, I should, if my Doom can take space, I want to move forward. If my Doom can't take space, I want to find a safe spot to play. Right? Either back by spawn or up in the upper round to the left. Playing on the cart here is the worst possible position, frankly. Right? You're easily killable. You're very far forward. Okay. So, what happens here? You get punished for being in a bad position, right? You're just kind of sitting out here in the open, right? I already called this. I haven't watched this replay yet, right? So this is not me, like, predicting the future. This is a bad spot to be. Because then the D.Va throws the bomb, and you're like, oh, where am I supposed to go? But if you're already up here on the left, you could easily hide from this D.Va bomb, for example, or the platform to the left of that. There's a lot of options here, right? Let's just go to free cam real quick, right? Like, you could be here, right? Or all the way back over here. All of those spots would have kept you alive from the D.Va bomb. This spot right here, terrible spot. No cover, no corners, nothing that can protect you. So you die. If it wasn't D.Va bomb, I guarantee you it would have been something else. Now, you can't save the other 2 people from dying. That kind of is what it is. But, alright, back to you. You're coming out. You have Nano. Right? But your Doomfist is probably going to be out of sync with you. And he is. Right? Now, you're pretty screwed here because I don't think you even think you can touch the card in time. So at this point, I don't really know who you're calling out as, like, the team member that is having a bad game. I would be really surprised if you think it's the tank. I don't think the tank is playing spectacularly, but considering the tank has gotten almost no help from you this entire game, I think the tank is playing reasonably, like at least average for this level. I don't think the tank is the one that's holding you back here.
2, 1.
Alright.
Attackers incoming.
Flush attack. As a good attack hero, again, you can really pocket your Doom, right, whenever you like. You're missing some darts here. They're kind of like critical darts to be hitting. Okay. So, what's going on here? Okay, Mei is trying to fight the one-on-one with your Mei. I don't know if she has block or not. You missed this grenade. You missed both the Meis with the grenade. So I would not throw the grenade here at Mei unless A, I absolutely had to save my Mei, which I wouldn't expect I would need to. A. B, if I see the other Mei has used Ice Block already, because Ice Block will cleanse your grenade, right? So right now, if you grenade that Mei, she probably dies, right? One grenade, you throw a dart, she probably dies here. So, you finally managed to heal your Doom a little bit. Alright, Doom wants to go in here. Again, I'm trying to think, hey, can I land a grenade when he goes in? That way you can actually get a kill. Right? So, you could aim a grenade top left over here by the doorway. Right? I know it's tough, but like, you know, why not? Like, give it a shot. Okay, your Zen's in. Right? Want to make sure he doesn't die. That's fine. So, I think that's a reasonable grenade right there. You're trying to splash the D.Va and your Doomfist. Unfortunately, this grenade I think lands just a little bit short. Yeah, grenade lands a little bit short, which is unfortunate. But it's the right idea at least, right? To be a little more consistent, you could try to splash it against the wall here instead of trying to predict the distance correctly. That way, you know, you can make sure it hits something. Right, really important that you pop your Doom here. He's actually doing really well right now. Your Doom is basically in on all by himself and done all the work. So you do a reload there. Did you need to reload? You most certainly did not. You have 7 shots here. You have a critical health hero over here, over to your right, and then you have your Zen over here. Well, actually, that is the critical health hero, right? So you have your Zen, that's critical health, and then you have your Mei, who is injured, and then you have your Doomfist, right, who's in here and it's going to need healing soon. There's no reason to reload with 7 shots here. Okay, you only got 1 dart on your Zen despite firing 3, which is really unfortunate. You want to kill this hero, right? What the heck? There's an Ashe here with 1 health. Stop looking at this. Kill the Ashe. Like, I get that you're like, oh, I can pretty save her, but like, you definitely can kill the Ashe with just 1 quick shot and then go and try to do this thing. Alright, you throw a grenade in to try to save your Mei. I think that's reasonable. You don't really know exactly what's going on here. You whiff this sleep real bad. Alright, Doom's dead. Okay, so, potentially... Oh, shoot. So, Doom dies here. Potentially, they can retake this, right? They have plenty of time, they can retake this. First of all, I want to pocket the Zen, right? I want to play probably the back point where you are right now, even a little further back, because I want to make sure that I have cover and I can bail out of this with a good dart on the Ashe. Again, like after you fired it, you could try to do another one to try to get the kill. They are not trying to contest. That was silly. They definitely should have contested there. Okay, you should be healing your Zen here. Nope. Decide not to. So now your Zen's dead and you lose more potential. Right? And if they push into you right now, you're playing 4 and 5. That is incredibly dangerous to just walk up here and scope. Right? This is like a very common corner that's spam. You know they have a Zen too. Right? If the Zen aims that further down, you die right there. Okay, again, you see the Zen charging up. Like, you need to respect that, right? Zen does, I don't know, like something like 35 damage a shot with all 5. All 5 if it hits you, even without a headshot, will kill you. Will it kill you? I guess a 35 minute kill will be very close. But if he discords you, you'll definitely die. Okay, D.Va Bomb's coming in. Great. But you can play the corner because you're in pretty good position. Great, no problem. So your Doomfist goes in, and it's like, don't like this fight. Turns around, which is great. Nano, your Doom. Okay, your Ashe dies there. That's not really your fault. I mean, it's pretty tough. She's like a weird angle for you to be able to heal. Okay, Soldier's trying to charge off you so she can right-click you. Right. It's not really your job to clear her out in this situation. Like, if you can, like, put pressure on her, go ahead. But... Okay, great. So, Moira is coalescing here. I'd probably try to sleep this in order to shut down coalescence, and then also for you to kill her. That comes out way too late, right? You have sleep right now. Right here, I'm aiming for sleep. Right? She's very, very close. I have at least a 50% chance of hitting this probably. I think that you try to go for the sleep. Right? You try to grenade her, which is like, first of all, you don't even hit her, which is rough. And second, like, nobody's low enough that they're going to die immediately from coalescence anyway. Right? Versus if you had nade now to stop their Zen trance, that would be huge. Right? Nobody's dying right now because of Zen trance. But if you grenade, you can make that still happen. You run alongside the Zen, you end up dying.
Cybernetics regulating.
Alright, so you come out, good nade, right? That's a good nade that your Doom is able to follow up on and kill. Again, I don't know why you're backing up. I would go forwards here, right? If your Doom needs help, they'll come to you. now you're kind of giving up space again. Sojourn still controls high ground, which is a problem. You don't like really like you can't really deal with this yourself. I would back up here rather than dying and staggered. You're a little slow to back up. You're in danger now. So you can try to poke Sojourn here, but I wouldn't if I was her primary target, because again, she can kill you with right click pretty much whenever she wants. Again, you're not healing the Mei, who is extremely low right in front of you. Alright, let's look at that from the Mei perspective. Okay, I'm low, I'm 106, 97. Alright, I'm blocking. Well, I'm right next to my Ashe, or my Ana. My Ana's not healing me. Okay, this is crazy. Right? Okay, you go on a flank, which is actually a good play. Like, this Zen dies in 3 shots. 3 shots, right? Or 2 shots in a grenade. Alright. Miss sleep. 1. Miss. Miss. I guess you hit the Ashe there. Miss. 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 And then finally you nade, even though at that point you could have just meleeed to kill him. Right? Let's watch that in real time. Just like scope here and kill him. He's not looking at you. Like, this guy has 1 health. Just yeah, the dart plus a melee. Right, or the dart alone will probably kill. So you could definitely kill this Sojourn who is standing still at the top over there. Right? You see this? She's just standing still. Like, okay, I'm just gonna hang out here because nobody's challenging me. Like, you can kill her here easily as Ana. She was already low. Okay, you're super low. You die. You come out again. You have Nano. You're gonna look for a Nano target. Probably the Doomfist, I would assume. Good, right? See, that's an example of a high value kill. You killed her before she could fade. That's a big deal. Now you're up 5-4. Okay, they ultied. Right, so I'm going up, looking for opportunities to get kills. Okay, they trance. So, like, if she drops, like, don't worry about her. But, like, if she's up there, you kind of need to get around the corner. You need to fight her. So this is bad. So you pop Coalescence. So the Moira pops Coalescence, and then you give the Moira Nano. Coalescence doesn't do a lot of damage. And also, Moira is, like, pretty tough to kill while she's in Coalescence because she's really high health regen. She's just not the one who needs the Nano, right? You see this Mei over there who's super low? That would be a helpful target, as would the Doom, right? But your Moira, I do not think it's going to be able to turn the spider. Am I correct? I am correct, right? This Nano, not helpful, right? Had a lot of possible options. The Moira was the worst of the possible options. So, going back to you. This is good. Like, challenging the Ashe here, I think it's reasonable, but now you need to start healing because your Lucio's super low. Right, your Doom's super low. He really should be clearing the Soldier off high ground to your right. Okay, again, tanks generally not a great naded target unless everyone is able to focus them down. So Doom, not getting really any healing from you at any point in time. Like right here, could have healed him. Could have healed him again. Could have healed him right here. 3, 4 darts, 5 darts could have been in him right now. You only hit 2. It's tough. It's tough being a tank. Right? You're not actually. Oh, okay. So this is a mistake. Well, I mean, it doesn't actually meaningfully matter, but like the debuff bomb there is very clearly going forwards. So at this point, I walk to the right side of the cart. Right? Walking backwards guarantees you're gonna die. Walking to the right side of your cart, you still probably die, but gives you a chance at not dying. And why don't you take that at least?
10 seconds remaining.
Anyway, game's over. You're not gonna come back and do anything here. So recap: as Lucio, you did literally nothing. I don't even know if we consider this a Lucio game at all because you just basically didn't play Lucio in any meaningful amount of time. For Ana, I think your aim is your scoped aim. I think is actually good. I think your unscoped aim is not great, and I think that you're not good about using grenades or sleep at the right times. And I think you're playing too far forwards. And I think you really need to correct all of these things if you're planning on climbing up. I think it's really important, right? One of the things, like, you get kind of a tone here where you're like, oh, there's something I could possibly done to win this game. I think there's a lot you could have done to win this game. I don't think anybody on your team was really like throwing by any means. I think everybody was trying. I just don't think anybody really distinguished themselves from the pack in terms of skill, right? And I also feel especially sorry for your Doom because you really did not give your Doom very much healing. Anyway, hope that's helpful.